Hello, it's Raymond Aaron, New York Times top 10 best-selling author, professional speaker, seminar leader, serial entrepreneur, broadcaster, publisher, and adventurer. Yes, I am all those things, but for right now, I am simply a goal setter, and I want to tell you my special goals for the year 2020. And some of them you can join me on, so I want you to know about them. I'm very excited. And what am I wearing? This is kind of a strange outfit. Why aren't I wearing a suit? Well, this is the best I can get to a Santa outfit. It's the new year. I thought I'd be festive. I don't think I'm too believable as a Jewish Santa, but what the heck? So I want to tell you a couple things about books. And then I want to tell you a couple things about amazing events that I'm putting on that I'm sure you'll be fascinated by. But basically, I'm just sharing my goals for the year 2020. I'd love to hear your goals. I'd love you to participate with me. Let's have some fun together. Let's let 2020 be a spectacular year for the two of us doing fascinating things together. So the first thing I want to say is that I gave a speech a few years ago to a closed club that I belong to. I'm actually on the board of directors. It's called Transformational Leadership Council, and it holds as its members 100 of the greatest transformational leaders in the world, like Jack Canfield from the Chicken Soup fame, and Dr. John Gray from the Mars Venus fame. And my talk was on the director of WOW. If you want WOW experiences, you better have somebody in charge of creating them. Just like if you want bookkeeping, you better have a bookkeeper. And I gave so much wisdom about creating WOW experiences and how powerful they are to create profit for you, to create clients for you, to create longevity of clients, to create eagerness of clients, that Jack Canfield approached me and said it was really fascinating material and that he wanted to co-author a book with me on that topic, the power of WOW. I'm so excited. We've been working on it for a while, but it's coming to close now. We've got I don't want to say what percent of the book because I don't know how much changes we're going to be going through, but we have the material for 100% of the book, and we've got a good stab at most of the chapters, and I'm working on cleaning it up now. And on January 3rd, like right at the beginning of the new year, Jack and I are going to get together by Zoom and review everything I've written. I'm taking all the material, I'm putting it together as a draft book, and we're going to be spending a few hours by Zoom going back and forth and cleaning it up. And then he's going to do the final edit. And then maybe the first quarter of 2020, we'll be announcing the publication of our brand new book. I'm very, very excited by it. I've, of course, co-authored 2 books with Jack Canfield. Chicken Soup for the Canadian Soul, which was a #1 bestseller in Canada every week for 6 months after its release. And Chicken Soup for the Parent Soul, which was a New York Times top 10 bestseller. So I'm excited to be co-authoring yet another, a 3rd book with the world famous Jack Canfield. I'm very honored. And the other funny thing I want to say about books, and this one, it's crazy. I can't even believe this. It's not a goal, it's a cleaning up of an error. And that is, I've been telling people for a while that I've written 11 books. And, of course, a year or so ago, I would say I wrote 10 books. The year before that, 9 books. Because each year I write 1 or 2 books. But then I stopped to realize that I have co-authored some books with friends and clients. I just forgot to mention my co-authored books. How many have there been? Like 1 or 2? No. What? Let me make sure I get this right. Wait till you hear this. 45. I forgot that I wrote 45 books. I wrote 45 books that I forgot about. I didn't really forget about them. I just forgot to mention them. So it's not 11, it's 11 plus 45. No, my forgetfulness has no bounds. Wait till you hear this. You know that there is a nonfiction book series, very famous, called Chicken Soup for the Soul. And of course, I wrote 2 of them. And you know that there is another nonfiction book series called For Dummies, like Physics for Dummies and iPhone 11 for Dummies and such. And I wrote Branding Small Business for Dummies. But I got the idea to create my own branded series. And I have done so. and it's taken off like crazy. I've done 80 of the Authorities book. Authorities is my nonfiction branded series names. It's called The Authorities, and I've done 80 of them. And I forgot to mention 80 of the Authorities. I forgot to mention 45 books that I co-authored. So it's not 11. It's not 11 plus 45. It's not 11 plus 45 plus 80. Actually, it is. It's 136. I've been telling you I wrote 11 books. I actually wrote 136, but who's counting? And I'm not saying that to boast. I'm saying it, if anything, to kind of make fun of myself, because who forgets about 125 books that they wrote? Crazy. I'm just admitting how forgetful or silly I was. Anyways, so the first comment is, I'm coming out with a co-authored book with Jack Canfield early in 2020, tentatively called The Power of Wow, and I'm really excited about that. And it'll be published by a major publisher. And the other is just a correction. I haven't written 11 books. I've written 136. Oops, I just forgot about 125 books that I wrote. But now I want to tell you about some events that I'm doing in 2020 that I'm so excited about. I am so excited about them. First of all, in the year 2014, I decided to launch retreats. And I did a retreat in Bali, and then the next year in Panama, and the next year on a cruise ship. And the next year something happened. So many people registered that I had to hold 2 retreats. And that was in Jamaica. And then the next year in Costa Rica, so many people registered, but I wanted to keep the numbers down. I had to hold 2 retreats. And then in this year, 2019, in Mexico, so many people registered, and I wanted to keep it intimate. I had to hold 2 retreats. And I said, you know what? Retreats is over. I'm finished with retreats. And I wondered why, because I did a great job. I excited everybody. I got fabulous feedback. Everybody loved it. Many people who attended one year came back every year afterwards. And I said, no, it's over. It had its run and it's over. We got so many complaints. I want to go on Raymond's retreat. He can't stop them. He has no right to cease this amazing series that he started of retreats. And so I sat down with my board of directors and said, I announced that it was over. And if I restart, they won't believe me anymore. And my board of directors said, look, get over it. Everybody is asking you for it. You do a great job. There's no reason for you to have announced that you're stopping them. And so guess what? Not only am I bringing retreats back, so hopefully this is exciting for you, but I'm bringing it back with such a gusto that I'm not doing a retreat in 2020. I'm not doing the traditional 2 retreats. I'm doing 3. Count them, 3 retreats in 2020. And they're all completely different. It's not like I'm doing one twice. So here's what I'm going to do. In June, I'm going to New York City to host what I call super negotiation. It's a super negotiation. It's not a conference and it's not a lesson. It's an experience because it's 3 days in June and June 11, 12, 13. On the first day, I'm going to teach you how to negotiate. And the number one greatest negotiator in the entire world is coming as my guest. He hasn't signed the contract yet, but he said he would. So if he doesn't sign it, I'm not going to be able to bring him in, but hopefully he will. And that'll be exciting for you to meet the greatest negotiator in the entire world. But the most important thing, that's just the icing on the cake. That's just the delicious icing. But really, the most important is I'm going to be teaching you negotiation skills. And then on day 2, you're going to actually use them because I'm going to break you into teams of 6. And you are going to race out all around New York City in whatever order you want, wherever you want, and try to negotiate these 20 things that I've set as your goals. So you're not going to get it until the morning of day 2, but you're going to, in groups of 6, you're going to, in teams, you're going to race out negotiating your little hearts out. You're going to negotiate into a paper bag. You're going to negotiate out of a paper bag. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun. And then on day 3, I'm going to be sending the winners out on a luxury cruise, a luxury, gorgeous, really super expensive luxury yacht around the Statue of Liberty. It's not a ferry. It's an exclusive yacht. It's gorgeous, and it only takes 6 people in super luxury. And the winners, the winning team is going to go on that yacht. So day 1, you learn, and then the evening of day 1, we're all going to go to a musical in New York City together. On day 2, you do this kind of scavenger hunt negotiation experience around New York City. And then that night, there's a black tie banquet where I announce the winning team. And then on day 3, the winning team is going to go on this super luxury yacht. And I'm going to take everyone else and debrief them on how they take this wisdom out into their life, into their business life, into your business life, and into your family life. That's going to be a wild experience. June 11, 12, 13. And then in August, we're going on a For Love and Money retreat. It's 5 days in mid-August for love and money. It's not going to be the traditional spiritual retreat. It's going to be For Love and Money retreat. And I've done actually 20 retreats so far, starting back 20 years ago. We added them all up. It's just amazing. I had no idea I had such a legacy. So we're bringing back the For Love and Money retreat concept. We're going to Dominican Republic. It's very safe property, gorgeous, gorgeous property, all inclusive. You can drink all you want. You can eat all you want, snacks all you want. It's going to be really fun. And I'm going to be teaching and taking you on an excursion and playing on the beach with you and sitting in the hot tub with you and having all my meals with you. It's just going to be a wonderful experience where we get to know each other and we learn a lot. You learn an awful lot. And then in December, in Blue Mountain, Ontario, that's 2 hours drive north of Toronto, I'm going to be holding the Advanced Mulberry Hill Gang, and it has a prerequisite, and the prerequisite is that you have to attend the Mulberry Hill Gang, which is a 3-day spiritual experience, a workshop that I teach right in Toronto. So I'm bringing back 3 retreats, and they're all different. A negotiation experience in New York City in June, For Love and Money experience in Dominican Republic in August, and then a spiritual Advanced Mulberry Hill Gang in December at Blue Mountain, Ontario, 2 hours drive north of Toronto, that has a prerequisite that you must have attended the Mulberry Hill Gang at any time. And what is the other thing I want to tell you? I'm really, really excited. You know that I hold a super luxury, super spectacular, giant conference, big celebratory conference where I bring in a big guest speaker, a huge world famous guest speaker. And this year I've reached for the top and I got Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is the leader in the world teaching success and sales techniques. He's very spiritual. He's a wonderful friend. He's been a friend for 3.5 decades. We've met each other constantly at different hotels where I'm in one meeting room and he happens to be in another meeting room, but I've never been on his stage and he's never been on my stage. For the first time ever, Brian Tracy and Raymond are on the same stage. If you don't know him, look him up, Brian Tracy, Tracy. Most people know him. He's a world famous name. And he's going to be on my stage in Los Angeles and Toronto. Tickets are selling like crazy. It's not till April 4 and 5 in Los Angeles. April 4 and 5, Los Angeles, 2020. And in Toronto, May 1, 2, 3. April 4, 5 in Los Angeles and Toronto, May 1, 2, and 3. The VIP tickets are just racing off the table. First of all, we sell out every year. But within selling out, the VIPs sell out immediately. Why? Because you get a photograph of you and Brian Tracy, and another photograph with you and me. And you get lunch every single day at VIP, and you get your own registration table so there's no lineups, and you get into the room early, and you have front row seating. There's just lots of benefits, and a VIP gift bag. But lunch every day and a photograph with Brian Tracy, wow, it's a total wow experience at VIP level. And right now, there are general admission tickets and VIP tickets still available, but the price will be going up very soon, certainly this year, like by the end of this current 2019. So not only can you get at a huge discount, but at least you know they're available, because when the VIPs are sold out, they're sold out. And the reason is that I can't impinge on Brian Tracy by having an unlimited number of photographs with him. It's just not right. It's not nice. And so I keep the number of VIPs low. If you get in, you get in. If you don't, then you take general admission. General admission is wonderful, and it's a very affordable tuition, and you get all the benefits. So in summary, I'm finishing the co-authoring of The Power of Wow book with Jack Canfield, and I'm declaring that I haven't written 11 books. I've written 136. I just forgot about 125 of them, if you can believe that. That's weird. And I've changed my mind. I'm not canceling the retreats concept. I'm bringing it back with a gusto. I'm bringing back 3 of them, but it's not like 2 are the same, like in the last 3 years. All 3 are completely different, and there's a special package price for all 3 of them. And I'll tell you about that in another video, but I just wanted to tell you how proud I am that I'm doing that. And finally, you must attend Mastery of Greatness with the master, the Jedi Master, the guru of all gurus, Brian Tracy. Tickets are selling very fast, even though we're almost a half a year in advance. Tickets are flying off the table. And they're being offered through Eventbrite so that you have confidence in the tuition. So I look forward to seeing you in 2020. I totally love you. I'm vibrant, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm 75 for gosh sakes. I've decided to live in abundant health till age 120, so I've got 45 years of teaching to go. I'm going to live in abundant health till age 120 and die on stage. And that sounds a little gruesome, but what I mean is I'm going to be actively working to the day I die. I don't want to retire. It's not that I'm a workaholic. It's just that this is the best thing I do. And so many people love that I teach. Why would I stop teaching? So I'll see you in 2020. 2020 is going to be my best year. And with my help, 2020 is going to be your best year. Let me work with you. Let's have fun together. Let's grow old together. Let's stay in touch for a long time, but certainly in 2020. First of all, subscribe to Mastery of Greatness, and then we'll talk about all the rest later. Bye-bye.